Welcome to the program Getting Ready for Group Discussion the M.M. Patel Way. In this session, we will discuss stages of a group discussion session. This understanding will help you to prepare well in advance for a group discussion session. Visit www.youtube.com and search Maganlal Patel for more videos. Now let us discuss stages of a group discussion session. We will go through the list first and then we will discuss each stage in detail. 1. Announcement of rules. 2. Announcement of topic or topics. 3. Selection of topic for discussion. 4. Individual preparation. 5. Beginning of the discussion. This part will include wishing the team members and introduction of the topic. It will also include proposing the rules for the discussion. 6. Group discussion. 7. Summarization at the end of group discussion. 8. Feedback and discussion by facilitator or assessor. This discussion will have 3 parts. Discussion about the group performance, discussion about your individual performance, and use of learning out of this group discussion session in future. 9. Leaving the discussion room. Now we will discuss each stage in detail. First is announcement of rules. Once you settle down, generally the rules are announced. You should listen very carefully. You may note down the important instructions in brief, if needed, for reference during the discussion. Announcement of rules will be followed by announcement of topic or topics. Generally, the topics are displayed or written on board. Alternatively, the topics can be read and dictated. You need to be very attentive. In case the topic is dictated fast, note down the key points. If you request repetition of the topic, you project your inattention. If the contents are case study type, you may be given written paper and time to study and prepare. You should also quickly reflect on the topic and contents to understand the requirements. If you misunderstand and your misunderstanding is noticed by assessor, your casual approach will get projected. In both the cases, you run the risk of projecting your intellectual weakness also. Your initial responses should indicate accurate and appropriate understanding. It will be very difficult for you to change assessor's initial impression, and therefore at this stage you should be very careful and very attentive. Next is selection of the topic for discussion. When more than one topics are given, the group is expected to select one topic for discussion. You can play a positive role here. You can take initiative and propose a topic with reasons. Your reasons should be relevant and of interest to the group to ensure acceptance. You should be attentive and quick to understand the choice by majority of the members. Unnecessarily forcing your choice should be avoided. You have an opportunity to project your interpersonal qualities at this step. Indirectly, you will be projecting your analytical abilities also. The next is individual preparation. Once the topic is finalized, you will get time to prepare individually. The duration will be decided by the assessors. You are required to take the following steps. 1. Understand the type of group discussion and accordingly prepare. 2. Understand the output expected. This is most important. If you understand this clearly, you will be able to guide the groups and you will be getting score on leadership as well as team working. 3. Understand the topic and issues involved. This will help you collecting relevant points. Finally, collect and organize ideas for discussion. Having understood the topic, you have collected your ideas. Now, idea organization is very important. You can't speak your ideas in a haphazard manner. You will have to put your ideas in a sequence, systematic, and in an order. You should express your ideas in a systematic and organized manner. You would do good to note down the key points. You should write legibly, keeping reasonable margin and space between 2 points or sentences. This will facilitate referring your paper with ease and updating your points during discussion if needed. The next is beginning of the discussion. This is the time to show initiative. The beginning of the discussion involves 2 basic activities: making rules and procedures for the discussion process and the introduction of topic. Let us discuss how you should proceed. The first part is wish the members and introduce the topic. As you are the opener, wish group members. You may read the topic, explain it in brief, followed by clarifying the objective of the discussion and seeking agreement of all. This is better than straightway initiating the discussion with your viewpoints. In case of a debate, after briefly narrating the topic, you may ask members for indicating individual options by raising hands. You may also make your choice clear. Then you may follow the procedure agreed upon by all. The next element is propose the rules for the discussion. You may propose the rules and norms for the following activities: speaking sequence, duration of speaking by each member, defining activities and duration of each activity, record keeping, time management, coordination, summarizing, etc. Let us discuss the precautions to be taken if you opt to propose the rules. You should seek acceptance of other members for accepting your proposal. Ensure not to use authoritative tone at this stage. You should be polite but firm and assertive. You should elaborate enough so that rejection of your proposal becomes difficult. If a member proposes changes to whatever you have proposed, you should accept after rational evaluation. If your ideas are resisted or modified by majority, you may give up diplomatically without being nervous. You should assertively mention that you are giving up in the interest of the group and the group working. If some other member has started, don't interrupt him. Let him continue and complete. When he finishes, support his points if you agree. Else, propose modifications with reasons. You will score a lot by listening to members very carefully and adding new points. For example, if he has not divided total activity in controllable parts, you can propose that. If he has not mentioned time management, you can cover that point. Now next is group discussion. This is the main part. The important points which you should remember are the active participation, contribution, and your personal impact. You should neither over-participate nor under-participate. However, if situation demands, you may decide for a shorter or longer duration with utmost care. Whatever points you have collected are needed to be communicated in an organized way. You should not speak all the points in a hurry. You may not create an impact. At the same time, you can avoid unnecessary repetitions of the points already made by others. That will help you participate effectively during group discussion sessions. Study the contents of the videos, indicative behaviors and behaviors to show your qualities critically and in depth. During this part, your behavior and communication will be the deciding factor. Now the group discussion will be followed by summarization. This is also a good opportunity to show your leadership and intellectual abilities. You should summarize the total discussion. In case of a debate, give points of both the sides. Summarization by you should be total, neutral and impartial. I repeat, summarization should be total, neutral and impartial. The person summarizing is representing the total group, and at this point his personal views are immaterial, and therefore summarization should be total, I repeat, neutral and impartial. In case of a general discussion, mention all the points broadly. Depending on merit of the situation, you may give details. In case of a problem-solving discussion, repeat the problem in brief and explain the main points, solution or result expected and sequence of the activities to get the result. You may end your summarization with thanks to all. At this point, I would like to repeat, if during group discussion some of your points have been ignored by the group or have not been accepted, those points should never be covered in summary. This will indicate your desire of self-projection or poor interpersonal skills. Now the feedback and discussion by facilitator or assessor. This is the part controlled by the assessors, and the purpose is to probe. Sometimes the assessor asks questions either to the group or the individuals. If a question has been asked to the group, you can score by taking initiative to represent the group. If a question has been directed to you, there must be a reason for directing the question to you. In case of your below average participation, the assessor might like to give you one more chance. You should reflect on the question and respond. In case of your excellent participation, the assessor would like to confirm his assessment. You should not be overconfident and should not reply aggressively. You should remain composed. Your responses to assessor's question should be balanced. Even in case of your enthusiastic or aggressive participation, the assessor may like to cross-check your emotional makeup. You should reply calmly and rationally. You should show that your aggression was situational during the group discussion session and your personality is really not aggressive. Let us discuss some of the indicative questions. Part A, about the group performance. How did the group perform? What is your overall rating to group performance? What good things your group did in the discussion? What was done improperly? Part B, about your individual performance. What good things you did personally? What overall rating would you award to your performance? What improvements do you need to make? What did you learn? Third part, use of learning in future. What did you learn? How will you use the learning in your personal life? How will you use the learning in your professional life? If you are to repeat this session, what improvements would you implement? Now we come to the last part, leaving the discussion room. Express your gratitude to the assessors by saying thanks. If this is not possible, at least smile at them. You should show your happiness and goodwill to group members, even to the ones who might have opposed you during group discussion. After all, group discussion is an exercise for projecting your competencies. Why should not you take efforts till end. Visit www.youtube.com and search Magan Lal Patel for more videos on getting ready for group discussion the MM Patel way.